friends, welcome to another beautiful episode of Josie Sundays. So guys, before we go on, I want to say thank you to all my old and new subscribers. If you're new and just passing by for the first time, please do not leave without clicking on the subscribe button down below and click on the notification bell because it will notify you of any time I upload a new video. So guys, today's topic, as you can see from the title, I'm just so glad that few people have started sending in requests of what I should talk about, real life stories, as in things happening around us and all that. So today's topic is, how is it like living or getting married to a foreigner, precisely a white man? So I've been asked to talk about this topic for a while now, but I've been a bit skeptical about it. But this particular one is kind of a true life story. Somebody living and about getting married to a white guy is experiencing some kind of difficulties, and she really wants me to talk about it. She asked for my opinion and asked me if it is true. Does everybody go through what she's going through at the moment and all that? And I told her, well, to be sincere, I am not one to come online to come and paint my relationship as being perfect. No relationship is perfect, irrespective of the color of your spouse, be white, black, green. It doesn't matter. What matters is a good person is a good person. Okay, let me put it this way. What matters is a bad man is a bad man and a good man is a good man. There's no two ways about it. So today's topic now, we'll be using a reference. It is someone's story, and I can relate to some of those things this lady complained about, and many black women, African women who are married to white guys are experiencing such, but most of them will not ever come and say this is what they're experiencing in their marriage. Nobody wants to say the bad part in their relationship. They always want to paint it good, but I can tell you guys, it is not all rosy. There are a lot of stuff these women hide that we don't know about. A lot of stuff we hide because, okay, I am part of this women. I am married to a foreigner, a white man. There are many things you don't come online to come and say, but one thing with me is I will not partake. I will not be the type to come online to come and paint my spouse all good and rosy or do this love quote and all that. When back at home we fight like cat and dogs, or we're not in good terms all the time. No, I better remain neutral and not come and deceive people online. So guys, what am I trying to say? Yes, many of our African women married to white guys, they lie a lot. They paint their relationship as being perfect, whereas back in the house they're always fighting with their husband because they feel the husband is not meeting up with expectation. They want to do competition with other women in interracial relationship, thereby causing fights and trouble in their house, because what they expected before getting into that relationship or getting married to a white guy, they didn't meet it. Many of them, they didn't get that expectation. They expected this all rosy fairy tale life, but getting into the relationship, they noticed that things are not what they seem to like. The men most times drastically change. It's not as if they would change. Maybe from the beginning they already have that character, but they think getting into the relationship they can change this man, or they can make him do stuff that ordinarily a normal man will not do. Yes, so like I was saying, being black or white doesn't determine a good man. A good man is a good man and a bad man is a bad man. Disclaimer before we actually move on fully, I am not a marriage counselor or a marriage expert, but I'm going to be talking from my experience and from the story that was shared with me. So let's go into this lady's story and let's see if you have any good advice for this lady. So guys, as I'm talking, I'll be looking down through my phone because the messages were sent to me through DM on Instagram, like a chat. They are very long, but I'm going to kind of summarize what she said she's going through, that she never knew being married to a white guy was this, if all white men are like this, if this is what other ladies are suffering, or blah blah blah. Yeah, it's a lot of them anyway. I'm not going to mention them, and I think she won't get angry when she sees this video because she actually asked me for a long time now to make a video like that, but I have been trying not, I've been drawing back, but I decided to put the video out. And yes, I took permission from her to use her story, and not just her story. I'm going to be mixing up with other people's story and some of my own story too. So I'm going to be looking down my phone and recounting all things she told me so I don't forget everything. So her story goes, hi sis, okay, let me remove all the pleasantries. She met her man about 3 years ago. Yes, one of these guys from Europe. Yes, European country, and they've been dating for 3 years. Yes, very nice guy in his mid-30s, handsome guy, and all that. And she's in her early 30s, thereabouts. Yes, they've been dating. Their relationship seems very nice. So the outside people on social media and all that, you see them all cozy and nice and beautiful couple. You will admire them when you see them and all that. But she sent a story about how not so long ago she moved in with her husband to be, because yes, they're engaged and they want to start living together. Yeah. But the problem she's having with this guy, and she has seen it from onset anyway, but she thought, okay, she could change him, like what most women think. That this guy is this type that doesn't like to go out much, as in add spice to their relationship. Okay, like I was saying, this guy is just this guy that is just so stuck in his country, doesn't like to go out, doesn't like to visit new places, doesn't like them to just do stuff that can add spice to the relationship. They're always indoors, even taking a train or a metro to the next city or next town just to sightsee on a weekend that they're not working. It's so difficult for this guy. He's not handicapped, he's nothing. He's perfectly in a good condition, but he always wants things in his own way. He doesn't want, as in, he doesn't care about what his partner wants. He's just so self-centered that she's kind of getting fed up. Like, okay, when they move into their apartment, it didn't allow her to change anything in the house, like the interiors. As a woman, you know, when you get to your husband's place, you want to change some stuff to make it feminine to your taste as a woman of the house. But this guy didn't agree. Guys, this also happened to me with my husband when I just came. He wanted things his own way. He doesn't want me to change the interiors the way I like, and I didn't like it. I was frustrated. I was angry. Though we later sorted that part out, but it took time and I didn't like it at all. So when she told me about this particular one, and I told her, yes, I have experience with that, and it is not nice, because being the woman of the house, you're the one to stay there. You want your house to look homely, kind of, you know, add a feminine touch and all that. But this guy does not allow her to do nothing. Even when she is paying for some of the stuff, she's ordering some of the stuff to beautify their home, their future home, this guy wants none of it. Things has to be his way. So maybe that seems very kind of little or simple to some people, but to some of us that is huge, because if you want things done all in your way, that relationship is not going to work. How are we going to cope when what I want, my own say, doesn't matter in your life and you want to be my husband? So she complained about that, and something else. Okay, this guy is always complaining of money, always trying to act like he's so broke, whereas he's not that broke. He's not rich. He's an average guy. He earns, he works in a good place, but he's always this kind of, okay, tight-fisted, stingy kind of, from what she said. And it's kind of a turn off for most women. Yeah, we know you don't have to spend money extravagantly and all that, but there are some certain things, important things you need to do or use money for. And when your man is acting so stingy and tight-fisted about it, it's not as if he doesn't have it. He has it. It's kind of a turn off, and it's really kind of annoying. And the problem is, many girls, many African girls, go into this interracial relationship in the hope that, oh, all white men are rich, they have money to spend, to waste about anything I ask for him, he's going to give me. No, darlings, it's not like that. Most of these white guys, many of them, they work as hard as the black man, the Asian guy. Everybody work hard for their money, so you just spend money around. So the part of being stingy comes in the sense that you know you have this money, especially when it's something very small, not something huge, to do stuff concerning your house, your relationship, not to spend on expensive trips or restaurants and all that, and you're stinging about it. That is way out of line. Yes, guys. And this lady complained her man is like that. He's very stingy. He hardly gives her money to do stuff like go make your hair, go look good, or once in a while. Okay, some of those white guys here, they actually think it's not their responsibility to give a woman money to take care of herself, make her hair and all that. They think it's her responsibility. Why should I do it? Am I your parent and all that? Because most of them out here in Europe, no matter how old they are or how much they earn, some of them, their parents still give them money, monthly allowance and the rest. Like I was saying, most of those guys out here, the white guys mostly, they think it's not their responsibility to take care of their wife, give them money to take care of themselves, treat them once in a while. They think, I'm not your parent, why should I do that? Whereas this part, most black guys or maybe other guys, I don't know how the Asians are, they are different in this part actually. Some of them, because I know, like I said, there is good and there is bad. Most of the black guys, they actually take care of their women. They give them money, go take care of yourself, pamper yourself once in a while. They do that, but some of this white guy over here in Europe, they feel it's not right. Especially if the woman is working, they will say, you're working, I'm working, so why should I be the one to take care of you? I know that. And guys, let me tell you another thing, some of these African girls, they don't talk about or they don't let you know. Many of them actually share bills with their husband. Yes. Here, men and women share bills together. Yeah, I don't see anything actually wrong in that, especially if the woman is working, she's earning. Fine, why not? You're supposed to be a helper to your husband, right? You're supposed to assist your husband. But in the case where you're not working and your husband is paying the bills and every time he's getting angry and putting it to your face, after all, I pay all the bill, I do everything, you do nothing, you don't bring nothing, blah 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 blah, and you know this woman is not working. What do you expect her to do? To go sell herself? Still? So many of those white guys, after they taking these black girls to the country, and these girls are stuck without a job, because most of this Europe country, you don't speak English, you have to learn the language, and most of these girls, because of the language, many of them don't work, so it depends solely on the husband. Someone like me, I don't work. Okay, my husband takes care of me. My husband is not rich, but he tries his best. But at the same time, sometimes I actually feel guilty not being able to contribute nothing. Where I can't say nothing because, okay, I earn a bit of money now, but still, it takes care of most of the parts, okay? And I'm glad at least he understands. But I've heard stories of other African girls who complain of how their husband treats them because they have nothing to contribute at all. That the man takes care of all the bill, and this he knew before they got married, because he knows that, okay, bringing you over to his country, you can't work immediately, you have to learn the language to be able to get a job to support. So why, after knowing that, you still accuse this woman every time you have a fight? Yes, this particular one I'm talking about now. Another lady told me of this one, not this first lady story, about how her husband always insult her parents even, that they are so poor, they are so broke, that he is the only one paying all the bills. All she does is just eat and do nothing, not contributing. Even your parents cannot even send you money to help us. Only my parents are doing everything and all that. And this makes her very sad. She cries and cries all the time. She's frustrated. She's always thinking, why would my own husband be insulting me like this? It's kind of like an insult to me and to my parents. And this particular lady, this other lady that told me about it, she's a graduate. But she cannot work because she found herself in a country where she cannot speak English. And there's no way she can get a job without being able to communicate with people you're going to work with. But still, her husband rubbishes her any given opportunity he gets and insult her. But when you see this girl normal on social media, she dresses so well, she's always having this happy look on her face and all that, but deep down she's not happy because of the way her husband treats her. And most of those things she says she dresses with to look good and all, she brought them from her country, where the stuff she was used to, she had back home, she was doing a bit well. So she was prepared. But at least when she got to the country, she didn't have much anymore to contribute to the marriage. And that is another thing that's really hard for most girls before coming to Europe or going to any country. Just try to have something, a backup financial plan. Yes, it's very important because you never can tell what will happen. Someone sent me a question and said, which is the right which is the right white guy to get married to or date? Because I learned most of them in Europe are very stingy. That's how she put it. Well, I can agree with her a bit and disagree a bit because she's not far from the truth. But you see, most of those white guys that have spent some time in Africa countries and knows about our culture, that knows that we Africans, when we get to a certain stage, a certain age, somehow we are obliged to take off our parents. Yeah, I know it's not such a good thing because you don't know how your kids going to get the money to give, but just that African parents depends on their children so much, especially when they get to a certain age. And most of those white guys who have traveled down to Africa and learned about our culture and all that, they understand it. So when you get married to such, I think those ones understand better and they help you out to take off your parents, your siblings and all that. But the ones, majority of them back here in Europe that have never stepped out of Europe or they've never been to Africa and they don't really understand our culture, they see it as very abnormal, absurd. Why should I give you money to send to your family? For what? You are my immediate family. You should be the one I care about. So I don't have. So, and it causes fight a lot amongst interracial marriages, relationship. Yes, those are some of the things they fight behind closed doors. I'm telling you guys. So it's not easy when some people think getting married to a white guy is a passport to having the good life, passport to plenty money and all that. No. Except you're married to those ones that understand, those ones that have been to Africa, that understands our culture, or those ones that are naturally not stingy. That's okay, they have this notion to help. Yes. But if not, you are on your own. Your expectation will just drop when you get into the relationship. So being married to a white guy, living with a white man, especially a non-English speaking country white guy, it's a lot more difficult than people think. So what you see out here, or the way many of these ladies spend their relationship, is actually not the way it is. Many are suffering behind closed doors. Same way some are really enjoying their marriage because, like I said, there are good guys, there are the bad guys, and there are the worst guys. So a marriage shouldn't be based on color, like I must get married to a white guy because that is when I will have a better life. No. Many black guys are doing more, even better than some of those white guys you see. I am telling you guys. So guys, that is it for this topic. I have more to say, but I don't want to speak too much so I don't come under attack, because even these ones I have talked about, I might be attacked. Yes, so guys, we'll come to the end of today's episode of Juicy Sundays. I do hope you got something out of this topic. If you do, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you all in my next video. Thank you. Bye.